Reaction still coming into a move earlier this week by the Daphne City Council to raise that city's lodging tax from 4% to 6%.
Fox 10 News reporter Hal Sherrick talked to a hotel owner opposed to that increase. He also caught up with a city council member who supported it. Joining us live now from Daphne with both sides of the story. Hal?
That's right, Lanisa Bob. It's a vote that has most citizens of Daphne pretty happy because it means improvements to their Parks and Rec program. However, one segment of business owners says it's all at their expense. The 2% increase has one hotel owner I spoke with today worried that it'll make it tougher for him to compete for business. 3 days after the vote to raise the city's lodging tax, people in Daphne are still talking about the move. Councilman Robin Lejeune, who voted for the increase, says Lot Park on Main Street and Al Tryon Sports Complex on Whispering Pines both need improvements to offer better recreational opportunities to the children of Daphne.
We have 2 public tennis courts. Those are not even regulation size. And a city this large, that's just unacceptable. The girls' softball has to share Tryon with adults, the boys, whoever. They don't have a place for their own.
Hotels in Daphne have around 1,000 rooms, and the tax increase that would go into effect April 1st is expected to generate $175,000 in additional revenue by October. That figure would double in coming years. Kevin Spriggs owns the Eastern Shore Motel. Spriggs spoke out against the tax increase, saying it unfairly targets one business sector and will make it harder for hotels on the Eastern Shore to compete for business.
When you're competing for groups that are coming in from out of town, let's say for some activity at Allstor or some activity at the convention center or even with Airbus meetings in the future, and you have to compete again on a group meeting, that 2%, that advantage that you had is gone now.
We are still less than Mobile. Even with the increase, we're still less than the surrounding areas. So we're still keeping an advantage over going to Mobile. And we have a lot to offer here.
The city's goal is to continue to offer more to its citizens and visitors through the Parks and Rec program. Lejeune says there will still be much discussion on where those improvements will be made and that nothing will begin immediately. Spriggs says he's not against more recreational opportunities for citizens. He says it's just unfair that those who will benefit the most from the improvements won't be footing any of the bill.
There's already a significant portion of the lodging tax that goes towards recreation, and I would be for diverting more of the lodging tax to recreation. But when we start promising to give away free stuff to a constituency by making somebody else pay for it, to me that's a dangerous game.
Of course, that vote has been made and the tax will take effect on April 1st. As you've probably figured out, $175 and even doubling that in years to come is not enough to make the kind of improvements Lejeune talked about. What he tells me the city plans to do is once they have about $500,000, they'll secure a bond for about $7 million. That'll help them get on the way. That'll be between 12 and 15-year bond. Reporting live in Daphne, I'm Hal Sherrick, Fox 10 News.
Thank you, Hal.